5 NFL first-round draft picks on defense every year, and yet the next year they come back as good or better. What makes them so great?
You know what? I mean, they have a great program. I mean, it's not just a great team, and that's what we're trying to get here at Tennessee again, a program to where when guys decide they want to go to the NFL or a guy graduates, you have the next guy to step in and play, and that's what Alabama has right now. I mean, they have a lot of depth. They've done a really good job recruiting. Coaches do a great job getting those guys prepared every week, so it's going to be a big challenge we're excited about.
Is it their talent, their physicality? What separates them?
I mean, obviously they've done something right for a number of years to get it going. I mean, they're well coached. They're a very disciplined group of guys. They've tasted success, and they know how to get it. So those guys always set the bar high, and everybody in college football is trying to get where they are right now. Is that the politically correct thing to say?
Yeah, that's good.
Coach, how much the lift was Marlon? What Marlon gave him last week, and how good was it to get him back on the fold?
Really good. Obviously, in this league you got to have depth. I mean, it's a tough league, and when you run the ball and you dedicate to the run like we do, you're going to need guys to be able to step in and play at any moment. So right now, I mean, we're very confident in Marlon, and obviously glad to have him around to play meaningful snaps.
About 40 rushes a game the last 2 or 3 games. What is it about this running game that's really taken off? When you watch it on tape, what stands out to you that's different now than maybe at Florida, Oregon, Western Kentucky, or whatever?
Confidence. I think we're more confident offense. All around, quarterback, guys on the perimeter blocking, but I say especially the guys up front and us running behind them right now. I think there's a confidence that we can run the ball on anybody. As a play caller, Coach Bajakin is definitely confident in calling run plays, and I think as the running backs and as the running back coach, I think that stick our chest out a little bit and say that we can carry the load of this offense.
Is there a learning curve? I mean, obviously it's a new system. How much of it was that your running backs had to learn where the creases were going to be, and the offensive linemen had to learn where the creases were supposed to be for the backs? How much of a learning curve was it the first half of the season?
It's all about timing. It's all about timing on the perimeter, but it's obviously there are a lot of moving pieces in the run game. The running backs have to understand what's going on and the timing and the trust of it. And I think throughout the first couple games, I think we struggled a little bit, and we started to gather ourselves and get better. But the scary thing is we can still get better. And this is just another week where we're going to face a stout defense that doesn't give up a lot of rushing yards. They don't give up a lot of yards anywhere. So it's going to be a big challenge for us. But hopefully we come out and we start fast and we just play a complete football game.
Has there ever been any sort of rivalry between Marlon and Rajon, or do they both understand that when they're both healthy, they're kind of used interchangeably?
I hope there's a rivalry. It should be. I want those guys to be friends off the field. But when we close the door to our meeting room, it's business. We step on the field. They talk. I want them to talk, communicate, and help each other. But there should always be a friendly rivalry. That kind of competition breeds success. So we talk about that all the time. So obviously they're really good friends off the field, but on the football field, I mean, it's the best man who wants to get out there on the field.
Marlon had those 4 runs leading up to the field goal Saturday. How's he kind of responded this week from that?
Good. Marlon works hard every week. He was ready to go in the game and play because he practiced hard. So he didn't change anything from last week. Having 3 or 4 carries. Hopefully he wants 10 to 15 carries. So hopefully he wants more of those carries. So he's had a good week of practice. He's feeling better. He's got a bounce to him, and so hopefully we'll be able to get him going and give him some more plays this week.
Is there any different challenge to running against a team like Alabama? Do you backs have to be a little more patient or take a different approach at all? And
no, I mean they're good. I mean they're good up front, probably one of the best we've seen. But you don't approach it differently. You just go out there and we stay true to who we are. We trust our reads, we trust our eyes, we trust our feet, we trust the guys blocking up front, and it doesn't matter what color those guys are wearing. I mean, the red team, Alabama, whatever you want to call them, we just got to go out and play football this week.
When you look at tape, I know your goal is to find a weakness in their defense. Is there one that you can kind of find and exploit?
I mean, it's the reason they won 3 or 4 or 8 championships, whatever they've won the past 4 or 5 years. I mean, they're a good football team. So, we don't focus on what their weaknesses are because they really don't have many. We just have to focus on what we can get better at, and I think that's all that matters in the end.
Coach Stanczyk was complimenting their running backs and saying sometimes they may only